Boom.
All right. I am here. I am ready, and I am going to be a secret agent. This is Secret Agent Barbie for the PC, not to be confused with Secret Agent Barbie for the not PC, also known as the Game Boy Advance. Different game, different plot, some of the same gadgets. Yeah, this is, I'm really happy to be here because my game hasn't worked for over a year, and just 2 weeks before Barbiethon, my game suddenly worked again. So I think it's a sign. We're going to see how this goes, and we'll be talking through this incredible game somehow. All right, so I'm going to go in... you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this is Secret Agent Barbie. It's got a lot of glitches and weird stuff going on, and I'll talk through a few of them, but I'm also going to try to talk through the story of this game, at least roughly, because the story makes about as much sense as I guess it's going to when I'm explaining it. Essentially, a lot of the glitches in this game revolve around alt-tabbing out of the game, so you'll see the screen go to black quite a few times, just due to due to me tabbing out and back into the game. It has a lot of features, and in this case, what I'm doing with it is using it to alt-tab to skip dialogue. Yeah, certain lines of dialogue, not all of them, can be skipped just by tabbing out of the game and back in. It's kind of random. There's no really rhyme or reason to which ones do or don't work in that way. So it just really is kind of like a, you know, who knows? We just had to try it all out in different ways and see what we can figure out. So the plot for this game, though, as is very important, is that we have a friend named Teresa who's going to be calling here. Look at that. How convenient. Teresa calls the emergency phone and says that she has something to talk to us about at Bryant Park in New York. So we got to go there and talk to her and figure out exactly what's going to be going on. And so I want to talk though a little bit more, just use a little bit of time here to talk about the alt-tabbing while we're in this intro thing. You'll see me alt-tabbing a lot while moving around, and if you alt-tab out of the game while holding forward and then tab back in, you will end up sliding forward during the alt-tab, and when you tab back in, any triggers that you've moved through are only fired when you actually tab back into the game. So it means we can slide through things like cutscene triggers and stuff like that, and only have the cutscene trigger after we've slid forward past, you know, some place that we want to be. It means you can overlap cutscenes by triggering 2 of them at once. It means that we can do all sorts of things like that. So those alt tabs, I like to call them tab slides. Nobody else does. Looking at you, Patch. But, you know, I think that it's a better name now that we have so many uses for alt tabs, but we didn't before. So you can see like that I was able to skip Becky's dialogue there as we went, so. Alright, so here we are, we're in Bryant Park. We're gonna go meet Teresa, and by that I mean, I'm so sorry, I absolutely lied to you. We're not gonna go meet Teresa, because that would be slow, and we don't want to have to talk to people in this game, because talking is slow, and running and jumping is not slow, because it's a speedrun. So we're gonna head over here, and put on our action outfit. So you can't run and jump in this game unless you're wearing the right clothing for it, of course. So your action outfit lets you run and jump. We're just going to clip out of bounds here and up onto the side. Now, I know the grass here looks like it's like 2 inches high, but Barbie actually can't step up onto the grass unless we do a clip out like that. And in fact, if you get back into where the grass is, it's going to... you're going to have a... It like locks you on your little toesies. You can't actually step up onto it, and it pushes you back in bounds. So we got to make sure that we're staying out of there. We've just found a ticket to the embassy ball in Paris, and we're going to use that to determine where we have to go next. We're going to find a bunch of clues like this. So we're in Paris, checking out some stuff for the fashion show. We were supposed to, in that previous area, meet Mr. Johnson, who's the owner, the runner of the fashion show. I don't know, something like that. And Camille, who's the director of the fashion show. And they were like, oh, we don't know what's going on, but we saw someone coming out of the back of the fashion show thing. So we went over there and we found this ticket. So we're moving on. We're now in Paris at some gala, and we're gonna sneak around in our stealth outfit. Now, of course, stealth lets you sneak and roll. Two very, very important things to do here. I'm gonna actually go around the other way because I was slow here and I got caught on the edge. I probably could have made that, but I didn't want to chance it. But so we're gonna sneak past all these guards, and now we'll talk about the pixels in here. Don't worry, everyone's transparent. But we gotta solve some puzzles first. This game has a lot of puzzles in it. They all have fixed solutions, but like the original randomized scramble is random. Except for one of them, and that's the one that you have a prediction on, which is basically like Mastermind or Wordle or anything like that. You know, we got the prediction for, will I get that within 2 attempts? We'll see. So if you play the board game Mastermind, it's that. Anyway, the architects went crazy in this thing, and they hid a bunch of secret stuff. We were supposed to talk to an assistant of a different person, who's, I believe, Emile Besson, who's another fashion designer, who's a red herring, doesn't matter, who cares. Yeah, so we've come here and we found these bolts of fabric that are not Teresa's designs. So, man, leading us to the next thing. All right, they found something. Let's take a look.
Where should we go now? Tokyo.
That's a good idea, Barbie. Glad you asked the question and answered it yourself. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna do another chat cycle here.
Click on the location.
Oops. I was right. I thought I missed it, and I didn't. All right, so let's talk a little bit. We're now going to Mrs. Tanaka in Tokyo, who helped Teresa make the dyes for her fashions. Some of the representations in this game are not exactly up to standards. So also, the back of her head's got a few missing pixels. So let's talk about that. I actually, hold on first. There was a thief who stole the dyes that she made, and the thief happens to be right here just as we get to Tokyo, which is, which is great. Love to see that. So we're gonna go after him. But all the pixels that are missing are because any pixels that are colored below 10 on all RG and B values are rendered as just transparent on a lot of modern computers. It wasn't that way in the original game. We actually have a fix for it, a texture pack that I made basically to swap all the art out that updates all those to be just above 10, but that's what's happening is any dark pixels that are close to black are just going to be gone. So you'll see like all the terminals for that are on the spy plane, and like just pixels that are on the sign and all sorts of stuff like that will be gone. So the thief went in there. The thief hold on, I'm going to try something really tough. No, I missed it. Okay. All right. That's a 1-frame jump as far as we can tell. Anyway, I went for it. I'm only going... Actually, you know what? I'm going for it twice. We're going a second time. We're trying... Second time's the charm? No. Okay, that's it. We're going the slow way. It's only like a 5-second time save, but... yeah, anyway. The thief in here, because we didn't see him before, I will tell you that's definitely not Mr. Johnson. Because Mr. Johnson wears a hat. So otherwise, I know he looks a lot like Mr. Johnson, who we didn't get to see, but it's definitely not Mr. Johnson. That's all I have to say here. So I'm going to jump off and take a photo of his back, because he was facing the safe there. And, as we know, the best way to identify any thief is to, or anyone in particular, is to take a photo of anything that isn't their face. Oh, I like this. This is not good. Okay, cool. I'm a little worried about this failing now. We'll see what happens here. I may have to redo this level. Oh, it worked. Cool, cool, cool. Sometimes this doesn't work if the graphics fuck up there. Sorry, mess up there. Alright.
Becky here. What's the news, Barbie?
So here...
Yes, they're
we've gone to a lot of places. We go to a lot of cities in this game. Now we're going to be going, we've gone to New York, to Paris, to Tokyo, and now we're going to the city of Egypt. That's right. Egypt, the whole country, not actually a city, unlike every other place that we go in this game. So, we're going to the majestic marketplace here in Egypt. Again, representation's not necessarily the best in this one. Um,
Barbie, look at all
also, so now we're here in Egypt. What we found there was, I don't even remember. What did we find, Pinky? What was in that spot?
What? In where?
In the safe. In the safe. What did we
We should
find?
look around some more.
We found like a bottle and a map, right?
Yeah, it was like there was plane tickets. Plane tickets to Egypt is what it was.
Plane
so
ticket.
we know we had to go to
right
Egypt.
about that.
So we're checking this out. We've actually just skipped an area by going through here. This is what I was talking about with the sliding through. So I'm gonna slide through here, and then it's gonna say like, "Oh, you can't go this way yet," and try to turn me around. But I've already slid past the trigger that I'm supposed to walk past, so it walks me not far enough, and I'm able to get past it. What I'm skipping here is there's some people, some shady-looking people walking all around and looking at things around here, also looking for something. It's really not made clear to you during the actual gameplay what they're trying to do. So I'm just sliding through all the places to skip all of that. And we're instead going to try to get into a secret hideout area in here. So let's go ahead. Oh, I swapped those, didn't I? All right. So, sorry, again, I haven't been able to run this game in over a year, so here we go. Okay. So, we're gonna slide with a gadget here, and it's gonna use the gadget as soon as I come out of here, giving me control again, which is really useful. And this is the kind of thing where tabbing out while holding down a button for a gadget will allow me to then, like I say, why is my UI messed up here? We'll see. It's okay. I can fix that in a sec. It'll let me, you know, cancel cutscenes and activate all sorts of things because when I tab back in, the gadget is going to activate, and whatever the effects of that gadget activating are will fire at the same time as whatever cutscene I've just flown through. So, oh, did I go far enough? We'll see. Yeah, I did.
Almost had it.
So there's a lot of things going on in terms of like where I'm skipping, what I'm skipping, that makes this game much, honestly, more playable. But let's see if I can get this one. Yes, perfect. Okay. So here I'm able to skip a bunch of dialogue. Again, sliding through and falling into another piece of dialogue while it's also being like, oh, you fell off the roof, oh no, and trying to then like update things for that. So it runs both of them at the same time and gives me control earlier than I should have it. All right, here I am going to actually, you can hear the Egypt music still playing, and it was playing over itself multiple times there, so I'm gonna reload this to undo that for you guys, just so you have a better viewing experience. So we just snuck in there and placed a lipstick tracker on the desk, and we're overhearing conversation. Alright, the fourth ingredient is a rare plant called Jastambi, and it only grows one place in the entire world, and now we gotta figure out what to do with that. So that's the next plan, is to go do some research on that, so let's go ahead and make sure that we take some time to do that important research.
Now all we've got to do is find out where this plant grows.
Alright, that's the research. Researching is really easy on a black screen. So we found some symbols on that weird dress that I looked at with my pink vision that lets you see secret things. We saw some symbols on there that correspond to a thing we definitely did not take a look at all in Egypt, in Paris, in that little garden, but somehow that still helped us out there, so. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go back to we're gonna go to New York first, and because Camille said that she saw something weird, and so of course, as we know, when you see something weird and you need someone to investigate it right away, you call them from a plane from Egypt to make sure that they can fly back out to New York. Very important to do it that way. So we're you know, able to get here just in time to still investigate whatever weird thing it is.
I found something that might help the case. I think I found something that
Is it not going? Whatever.
There's been a mysterious figure hanging around the design tent. Really? I better get over there. Thanks, Camille. Sure
All right.
thing.
So we got here just in time for this mysterious figure, who's again, we'll see him here. I promise you, he's not Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson wears a hat. Okay, and this guy's not wearing a hat, so he's not Mr. Johnson. He must just be the mysterious thief.
Barbie, remember not to get too close, or he'll know you're following.
Okay, let's see what I can do here. So this is a really tough time thing where I want to try to get there at the right timing to get in front of Mr. Johnson. See if I can make it here. I think I'm gonna need to go cut it here. I was just a little early. So if you're too early, it backs you up to here in this cutscene. If you're too late, he will get in front of you, so it can be tough. But we want to take another picture of this mysterious guy, so we'll take a photo of his shoulder, you know. Again, very important not to take a photo of his face when possible. Very important to always take a photo of anything but his face. So
We should put on my formal gown.
see if I can get this. All right, so this is another spot where we are now dealing with moving lasers, and we can actually use our Alt tabs to adjust the timing of the lasers. Essentially, an object in motion tends to stay in motion, an object at rest tends to stay at rest when Alt tabbed. So if a laser is moving up or down, we can force it to continue moving in that direction as long as it's Alt tabbed, even if it would have stopped earlier or later, you know. So they all have programmed locations to go to, so they'll straighten themselves out. But we can adjust those things. So I'm going to be using Alt tabs here to try to skip underneath these lasers.
Don't let any of those
Though actually, you know,
leg it through.
normally I would do a thing called uh-oh skip here, but I actually think I want to not do uh-oh skip because this is just so great to show off. There's a guard here. You can see him on the mini-map with that little semicircle as his field of view.
Uh-oh.
There's the uh-oh, all right. And we can just hide behind this box, and this guard can't see us, which is great. You know, very important that we are able to be well hidden, as we are, in fact, a secret agent. Don't ask how that one worked. I think they really need to use hire some new guards here, or something. I don't know. But so here we're gonna go to the other part of Paris, where we saw this little obelisk thing in the middle that we definitely just completely ignored last time. And we're going to use this to put those symbols in that we saw, those symbols that were incredibly blurry, and I don't know how any child was supposed to figure out how to put them in there. But that's what they were. Again, the architects just went nuts in this place, with multiple secret passages and all sorts of things. Truly incredible. So we've now found a second secret compartment in this same Paris garden. And we're going to solve a puzzle in here that's done in an interesting way. So normally you're supposed to use your pink vision glasses to see a secret thing that shows you the answer to the puzzle. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to hit all but the last tile in the puzzle, and then I'm going to slide from the second to last, or for the last tile, and hit an extra tile at the end. Uh-oh, frozen.
Great job,
Shouldn't be
Barbie.
frozen.
You did it.
I am not dropping any frames, so.
I'll bet there's a clue around here.
That was on my end, actually. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, there we go,
Sorry about
okay.
that,
Cool, cool, cool.
This is a dress to come. This is some kind of research.
Alright, so I hit the last tile and a wrong tile at the same time, which overplayed the getting it correct and incorrect at the same time, and so I was able to gain control during that and use it to skip the rest of the cutscene that would be there. So we found some research notes and all sorts of things here. Frozen 2. Yeah.
That your Stambi plant is part of an ancient. My great grandmother used to myself. She said it only.
I forget what the actual tabs are for this because I found a weird way to do it that was like somehow faster, but only sometimes. I don't know. We'll see. Alright. So she's saying, hey, do you want to take a photo of the Jasambi plant? It only grows in Rio de Janeiro. Alright, and so we're gonna go take a photo of that she happens to just have in her window. And so let's go ahead and adjust the camera here. Oh my god, the thief happens to again be right here. Ah, wow, Barbie, your timing is just absolutely impeccable. Anyway, we are going to, instead of chasing the thief, we're going to head around and head him off the pass, you know, very important. So it wants us to go up here and do this whole big old run around. I don't really want to do that. I'd rather just go up these stairs because I slid past a turnaround point, and we'll get into here. Prediction coming up. How many tries is it going to take me to get this mastermind puzzle? So I'm going to start with this. I want to get within 2. Oh no. Oh no. Well, let's see. Yeah, there we go. All right, blue, pink, pink then. Oh no, it's orange. Wow, this is terrible. Terrible puzzle. Awful scramble.
The doubters.
Doubters win. Man, that's a really bad one.
Yeah.
Pretty surprising. Alright, so we found the actual die in here, or some die in here, after doing a mastermind puzzle to open the door? I don't know, man. I don't really know what that puzzle was for. But we got in. And yeah, you know, whoever he is, he's very good. So we're going to. Was that?
You don't want to know what the puzzle is for, pretty sure?
What's that?
The puzzle probably opens the door and inside you find the die.
It's gotta be, but they just have it as a lock.
Yeah, well, it's a weird lock, but I guess
it's a weird lock.
Guesstimation.
Hey man, whatever works to keep the baddies out.
Exactly.
So in here, I'm gonna slide into this door. I'm gonna slide into it from the far side, and then come back in, because doing it the other way has a chance. Doing it this way makes this conversation start multiple seconds sooner. Where she just starts talking to Ken. That happens way sooner if you enter it from like angling to the right compared to angling to the left. No clue why, but yeah. So we've come to Rio. Here we are in Rio, and we had this thing, the perfume tracker, that we just set in the window in Tokyo. That was done before they've told us what the perfume tracker is, because they reorganized the order of the levels at some point, and it seems like that one was supposed to come before or after this one, because in this level they just gave us the perfume tracker and told us what it was, so I'm not sure what happened there. The perfume tracker, as far as I can tell, is designed to work as follows. We will take it, go up to someone, spray them with a really conspicuous cloud of perfume, and now they're gonna, I don't know, stink so much that we can track them from space? I don't know, because somehow we just get GPS coordinates on them now, all the time. It's like smell-o-vision. We're able to see where they are. So we're going to use this to try to follow this researcher who's like the plant expert or something. And who see if she can lead us to something useful. And of course she conveniently will, but I don't think we had any reason to believe that she would. As far as I know, there was no real reason. It was just like, that's what we, you know, decided to do, was track this lady. So we're going to follow her in through this secret lair by first taking some makeup powder and absolutely just gassing that guard, or something, I don't know. So that guard is incapacitated for a while he's coughing, because I just blew a bunch of makeup powder into his face. And of course, when you cough a whole bunch, you forget that there was anybody there in the first place, so we can sneak right by. Very good. We're going to sneak under all these lasers. This is actually a really tough section. There's some cycles that we could potentially get that would be really great to have, that would allow us to... oh yeah, she just kind of stopped there. It's okay. We'll go on without you, don't worry. Oops. I'm not going to make this cycle now, because I got stuck there. But there's a cycle where you actually don't have to wait for any lasers at any point. Oh no, okay. but it requires you to be actually alt-tabbing at specific times to adjust future laser cycles and all sorts of things. It's just really, it's really tough to do. So we're, you know, I'll be having to slow down here to be able to make it through all these lasers. But it's okay. Oh no, I walked too soon. Okay,
So,
it's fine.
I have a question.
Yep.
We're having a debate in chat. Have you ever just walked up and sprayed someone while yelling the perfume tracker repeatedly?
I have not yet done that, but I do feel like that's something I should do at some point, just in honor of this game. I think the important thing is finding the right person, you know, like who is it that you really need to make sure you know where they are all the time.
Yeah.
And spray them with the perfume tracker, the perfume tracker.
Perfume tracker?
Yeah, you know, I think that's, or the compact, you know, just blow a bunch of makeup in someone's eyes. Again, I haven't done that, but, you know, I've got stage makeup from when I did a bunch of ballet and stuff. That's, I could use that. So I use the compact here while sliding to skip this whole dialogue that they would normally have had. And I can just, again, take a photo of the thief's back, who is, again, I have to reiterate, not Mr. Johnson. So, we'll see what we can do here in terms of, hey, we got some nice glitching polygons here. This camera is not glitched. This is in the vanilla game. If you play this, the camera will just do that because Barbie and the other people walk at different speeds. Oh no, I didn't make it. Okay. I was late, but there's a way that we can actually skip this section here, but it's okay. We'll scramble the photos that we took of the thief. The thief is Mr. Johnson, the fashion show producer.
At least we know who Johnson has a business trip to Tokyo.
So he's got a business trip to Tokyo. We gotta go find him.
All right, then.
Awesome.
We know where we're headed next. We should check back with Mrs. Tanaka to see if Mr.
So,
Johnson has approached her.
We gotta go check back in with Mrs. Tanaka and see if Mr. Johnson has approached her. I'm sorry for leading you astray. I did in fact know that it was Mr. Johnson this whole time, but only because I've played this game before. You know, if I hadn't played it, I would have had no idea, just like you. It's okay. We were all there at some point. So we're gonna go talk to Mrs. Tanaka about whether or not the thief was back, because, you know, of course he was. And by talk to Mrs. Tanaka, I mean skip everything she has to say, and just go in here. So you already forgot. Oh my god.
We've got the perfect outfit. Thanks for your help.
So the reason I led you on like that is because I feel that it was such an important emotional moment to go through yourself to have that reveal, that I didn't want to take that away from you. So we're gonna go chase the thief like this. He moonwalks a little bit there. It's pretty sick. He's just showing off his schmoves.
We should use a different gadget.
And we're gonna use the compact to gain control a little sooner here. It's very, very quick. And we're gonna follow him into a warehouse. All right, so
we need to put on my stealth outfit.
We need to put on the stealth outfit. We're gonna jump through here, and we're gonna roll all around. Now, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use the compact as I
should use a different gadget.
come into here, and that's going to give me the ability to gain control again early, and I'm going to walk into the camera intentionally, maybe. Hello? Cheating. Because that cutscene is 45 seconds, I believe. If we just let it look at the building for 45 seconds. Here we go. The hardest trick in the game is box jump, just because it's dumb and sometimes it just doesn't work. I'm going to angle it the way that I found that works. There we go. All right. Second try. I'm okay with that. It's not the hardest trick, at least it shouldn't be, but for some reason it tends to end up that way. So we're gonna try to slide under these lasers. That one I got hit by. Oh, I didn't. All right, we're good. Gaming. Okay. So, this is the Poochie. We all remember that from the 90s. Just kidding, it's the spy puppy. But we all wanted this toy. Everybody wanted this toy. Including this guard, who probably wants it, you know, for his kid. So he's gonna follow that anywhere, including conveniently into a place where
We should use a different gadget.
where we have a nice barrier that we can just magically put up somehow. And we're gonna use this little keyboard here to take down this barrier, because Barbie is also a super secret hacker. Oh man, look at that. Thank you so much, Patch, for the $200.69.
I hate to interrupt.
Yeah. What incredible donation there. Absolutely amazing, Patch. Thank you so much for donating.
Thanks a lot, Patch Blank. Can we get a shout out to Patch in chat?
Shoutouts to Patch.
Shoutouts to Patch.
Use a different gadget.
All right.
We should use a different gadget.
So,
we should use a
here-
different gadget. We should use a different gadget.
What an incredible donation. He has thrown this backpack to a place that Barbie definitely can't get to because Barbie didn't pack her crawling outfit. You know, she has to have the action outfit to run and jump. She has to have the stealth outfit to sneak and roll. So she has to have her crawling outfit to crawl, and she just didn't pack that one today. Didn't have her knee pads.
Sorry, but I can't tell you that.
So it's okay. We got the backpack, and
Camille pointed me out
Camille.
to you?
Wait a minute.
That's how I found you in
Camille pointed him out.
Well,
That's impossible.
Impossible.
Greetings, Barbie. Ingredient to create
So,
my infamous
here's what's going on.
suit.
Turns out Camille was
I have been
Chameleon
scientific
the whole time. Chameleon, by the way, as we didn't mention, is the name of the person that we found who was trying to steal all these ingredients or whatever. Doesn't matter. Surprise, it was Camille, whose name is part of Chameleon. Great. She's trying to make an invisible suit using some magic dye and other ingredients and fabrics, and she's going to use it to steal all the world's treasures. Great. So, we're going to go to... We found out some leaf in the backpack that wasn't in there when he was running things for her before. I don't know. So he's like, that wasn't there when I last had it, so it must be from wherever her hideout is.
But how can the translucent suit help us?
Translucent is not quite invisible, just hard to see. So, we're going to try to use the ingredients that we do have to make a not invisible but just translucent suit for some reason. I don't know how this is going to help us necessarily, but we're going to do it anyway. So here we go. We're going to go and try to identify this leaf that we found in the backpack.
I think you need to get over there.
We'll see what happens here. But we're gonna go and talk to this plant expert and say, hey, can you tell us anything about what this leaf is that we found? Because we got a bunch of ingredients. We don't have the last ingredient that she says she's found, but we have everything else, so that's pretty good. But yeah, translucent is not quite invisible, just hard to see. So getting into this is actually going to be an important thing for us to do, because we actually... I didn't need to tab there, but I did anyway. We actually want to slide into this cutscene using the gadget, and it's going to not only skip the dialogue leading up to a puzzle coming up, it's also going to give us control in the next scene, entirely. So I'm going to slide all the way through here and up to this, and now it's infinitely using the compact because it's just kind of stuck in an infinite loop doing that, skipping the dialogue. And now we've got this wonderful giant puzzle to do. This scramble is not actually too bad. It looks like, so. This is a pretty annoying puzzle. It's definitely the biggest puzzle in the game, in terms of just like number of pieces and number of rotations you can have and how much time it's going to lose if you have a bad scramble. Also, if you have to keep re-rotating these pieces, but this is actually a pretty decent scramble for it, so. But I'm missing my rotations. Anyway, we got a leaf puzzle, and that's how you do science, kids. Now we know that this leaf came from the Himalayas. So we're gonna have to figure out where in the Himalayas, of course, that hideout is. But in the meantime, I gained full control over here to just walk around during this cutscene, and in doing that, I am now able to use that to try to walk out the door repeatedly. Again, skipping all their dialogue as she says,
Maybe we should look around some more.
maybe we should look around some more. There we go, our translucent, very inconspicuous suit. No one could possibly notice that. You know.
We should look around some more.
So, we're gonna head off now.
We were checking the database, but we know that it's some kind of rock.
So the final ingredient is some kind of rock.
Not once did I handle anything.
He never handled a rock. Okay.
Maybe we should get to Egypt.
So somehow, I don't remember how, somehow we know that it's in Egypt. I don't remember how that happens, but point is, we're gonna go to Egypt now.
We've got the perfect outfit for this.
So
Most of the shops.
we've got to go in and try to find this
some
rock.
kind of
Now
holiday.
again, once again, in Egypt, we're going to skip a whole bunch of stuff just by sliding through some doorways. No biggie. And the important thing is that we're able to find this rock or something. Apparently, we've got all sorts of translucent and invisible materials in this game, so maybe that's what's going on with all those. So we're gonna slide through here.
I need to put on my
Oops, I didn't get a full
outfit. Maybe
slide.
We should go the other way. Maybe
It's okay.
we should go the other way.
Okay, it's fine. So we're gonna go over here, and Barbie's gonna do this really great scheme. She's gonna put down this box that we definitely found during the rest of this level that we didn't skip, and hide behind this box. She's setting a nice little trap for someone to pick up this box that has a rock in it. Here's Camille! Of course, now we can grab her! And
Thank you, Barbie.
not
Kindly leading
do
me
any-
to the
what?
last
I
necessary
don't know what the plan was here, because Barbie just doesn't do anything and says, "You tricked me. You said you already had the last ingredient, but here it is," and now she just grabbed it. So, great job, Barbie. I don't know why she put it down in the first place if she wasn't gonna try to nab Camille. They really didn't think that went through in the writing room. But all right, guess time to chase Camille. You know, as you do, again and again. Yeah, again, really just didn't think that one through at all. So, let's go ahead. There's a wonderful flying carpet here, so convenient for us as we're just trying to, you know, jump around on rooftops. And now, of course, it would be great if we could, hello, Barbie? It'd be great if we could actually chase Camille here, but she's got her helicopter. So, what can we do? Well, thankfully,
Congratulations, Barbie. You're at the
Becky
hideout
is
factory.
incredible, because we found that leaf in the Himalayas, and
Engineering area.
we've now got
You can climb up and
we
shut off
found the back entrance to the secret hideout in the Himalayas, because Becky must have gone on Google Maps satellite view and scoured the whole mountain range, just scanned the whole thing, and figured out exactly where this secret base was just by looking around. It's truly incredible. Snaps for Becky for sure. Absolutely huge. Reverse image search of the leaf or something. I don't know. Point is, we're now able to sneak back here. We've just skipped a bunch of stuff with the guards and everything. We're just gonna jump over in the back way, and we get to use some of that dog again. Get our little robot dog friend.
There's a lot. We shouldn't get too close.
So we're gonna use this to cancel that previous cutscene. We can use a spy puppy to lure the guards into the other room. Great. I was turned around. Oh no, I got such bad spawn. So it's possible for the spy puppy to spawn in weird locations if there isn't room for it. It'll like turn you in weird ways. And I have to just navigate with the mini map on there. But here we go. We're gonna lead these guards the same way as we did before. Because again, everyone wants a Poochie. Everyone wanted this toy. It's so good. We all want our own little robot dog friends. So we're just gonna lure all these guards, and once we go in here, for some reason they lose interest in the dog. But you know, for us that works really well. For them, I don't know, it doesn't work as well. They're not gonna get that dog, that's for sure. Let's see. All right. Whoops. I went through that guy's chest. We're not gonna worry about that. Final guard here, and now here's where I really kind of hope that that Barbie has a heart of some kind, because we are going to now absolutely lock these three guards in the middle of this room We're just gonna truly straight up lock them in there. They're stuck. I hope someone lets them out at the end of the game, because they don't got a lot of resources in there. So Barbie, I hope you're not that cruel. Anyway, you'll notice I am now sliding across the floor. I'm sliding like this instead of walking because I am wearing the wrong clothing. Now, at this point, I'm supposed to be wearing my stealth outfit, which has a sneaking animation associated with it. But I don't have my stealth outfit on. Instead, I only had my action outfit. And so until I got actually caught there, it didn't reset and determine that. So it tried to use the sneaking animation for everything. So Becky just said this is filled with a lot of guards and traps. That's a lie. It's filled with some traps, I suppose, you know, when you consider like the lasers and stuff, and the cameras, but there's not a single guard in this entire passageway. So that's convenient.
Be sure to duck down.
Thank you so much for the $5, Matix. Otter skip. All right. I don't remember exactly how this works, but Patch figured this out, that if you just get hit by that laser, this goes faster.
Development of the special up our plan.
It just gives us.
Will be able to see her with our new.
We can just start walking right away, and as long as we squeeze through those viewpoints there, I don't know why it just gives us control. So we need to avoid this camera, of course. But let's go for it. Yes, double laser jump. We got it. So here we go. What we found out is that she was inventing some kind of special glasses to be able to see invisible suits, just in case Barbie tried to make an invisible suit as well, so she couldn't foil Camille's plans. So that was the plan here. So we're gonna go now and
Maybe we should use a gadget. This looks like the right.
We're gonna take a look at that little place where the secret code is hidden. And it's gonna make us, for some reason, just kind of be able to skip stuff here. So.
Okay.
This, again, just like everything else, has a fixed solution, but the scramble is random. It's going to be 3, 4, 1, 2, 5. If we had gone over to that grate that I was looking at and used the pink vision, we can see the numbers on there. But we're just going to take this, and look at that! It's Chameleon, who also looks the same as Barbie, but that's not important right now. At least Barbie did in the translucent suit.
Barbie, you better get into your action gear if you want to catch.
Here we go. This is what I wanted. All right. So we've got our cool translucent suit on now. So the guards are gonna have a harder time seeing us, and we're gonna chase Camille. All right. Look out! There's lasers ahead. We're gonna chase Camille here. And the way we're gonna do it is by oh no, I didn't go for I went too far. If I stop, you can actually stop there and hit this this grappling point without walking too far, and you'll just go past Camille entirely. So I don't know why bypassing her is better than following behind her, but you know, whatever. So I'm gonna go for another skip here that Patch also found. We'll see if I can get it properly. It's 6, 7, and I believe I can actually turn here and do my 8th. Jump here. Go up through here. And if it'll let me. Let's see. Here we go. All right. So we're able to just kind of get up here. Literally saves like 2 seconds. Yeah, it's super tiny. But I'm going to do this. Instead, I'm going to actually run off this ledge. And when I do, I'll use it to then back up into this door. And in doing so, when respawning while backing up into the door, I now have control early in this room. Letting me be able to get up here while the intro cutscene is still playing of like, look at this amazing looking room. Now, I am not going to try to do this jump. You can do that jump blind. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play this one safe. And here we go. So we're going to slide through and down that hole in the middle. And in doing so, it'll again give us control here, where Camille is running all around and running away from us, and we found her. That's
Your
it.
team
Time.
outsmarted me. You won't be flying away.
43, 48.
Alright, I'll
Congrats.
take that as a time. That's the
That is a
game.
time.
That's the anticlimactic ending of the game. All we did was play a little game of tag, and she just went, okay, I give in. So, that was Secret Agent Barbie.
Another mission accomplished.
I'm gonna pause it here, because otherwise this is the loudest jet plane sound in the world that'll play after this. But that's Secret Agent Barbie. Everyone should learn this game. The run is actually very fun. There's a lot of really cool things to it. The game itself is pretty ridiculous, and I would love to see more runners of this game. I'm happy to answer any questions, and I've got some tutorials up for people to learn if they want. But yeah, it's totally worth it. We got all sorts of new strats and things, and Patch has absolutely destroyed the record that I had by like 2 minutes, so I gotta get back on this now that my game's working again, so... Thanks everyone for watching. I was not originally planning to be here, so I'm just so happy I could have been here and helped out. And thanks everyone again for the donations. Thanks Patch for the $200.69. But
Another,
yeah.
I mean, I have ran this game prior, but the way of your commentary, I was sold.
You should be.
Like,
it's great.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would recommend it as well. It's nicely tech heavy. Only mistake, it didn't include first day skip.
Yeah.
Only mistake.
We'll have to work on finding a way to get Thursday Skip into here. So
I believe you can. You'll figure this out. Anything else you want to give a shout out before you leave, or mention, or anything?
I mean, I want to give a shout out mostly to Patch for just making this speedrun what it is. They've done so much. She's been just fantastic at finding new things and documenting things and making spreadsheets and all this stuff that we needed to be able to play this. So Patch taught me everything I know, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, not only helping out the SAB run improve so incredibly, but also giving $200.69 to the Diana Initiative. Right.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of speechless about that. I feel like it surpassed all of our expectations, and we need to give another shout out to Patch for that. Anyway,
absolutely.
Up next we have community activities. We will kind of take a break from speedrunning because we have spent 3 hours or something doing runs and stuff, but it will still be themed. We're just gonna like mess around, but for now we need to prepare that. So let me send everybody back to the ether. Have a good one.